And welcome back to Atkins Red Devil football. We've got the high school boys out here getting ready to wreck shop against the Hector Wildcats here. This is the benefit game. It's a scrimmage, so a couple of different rules are going to happen tonight. But first up here is the Atkins offense. I'm Zach Phillips here with my broadcast partner, Mr. Scott Warren. Scott, would you run down this the Red Devil offense starters for us?
And the quarterback is number 10, Cole Crawford, a 6'1 senior. Number 8, Cooper Goodall in the backfield, along with number 29, Mason Martin. The wideouts are Tanner Hegeman, number 11, Alan Horn, number 15, Jackson Kenigsader, a sophomore, number 28, is along with number 21, Davin Bowden, a senior. The linemen for the Red Devils, Cade Bartlett, number 54, Sawyer Bartlett, number 56, Solomon Lytle, number 70, Lucas Shannon, number 71, and Chance Cawthon, number 72.
A lot of returning starters for that Red Devil offensive line as we've got a fumble there. Looks like the Red Devils are going to fall on it. Mason Martin. Nope.
Cooper Goodall.
It's Cooper Goodall that got up there on it. I'm going to go ahead and confess. I'm going to call Cooper Jaden quite a bit because Cooper's wearing number 8.
Yeah, Jaden Martin, the All-State player for the Red Devils from last year, graduated. And when we talked to Coach Dobbs last week, he said, you're going to see him wearing number 8, and he's kind of built like Jaden, and that was a run like Jaden as Cooper Goodall lowered his shoulder and absolutely ran through number 7 for the Wildcats. And number, it's Brewer Story, number 7.
You're right, Scott. Coach Dobbs mentioned you don't simply replace Jaden Martin with one guy. So there's going to be a lot of running backs that get plenty of minutes here, and going to get the handoff here is number 18.
That's Mason Vick. He is a new player to the program, transferred in, and we'll see him on defense. He's going to be starting at linebacker for Red Devil defense, and Mason's going to come off, and Alan Horn going to come on.
Red Devils going with a 5-wide look here.
3 to the left, 2 to the right. Davin Bowden on the far side. Jackson Kenigsader on the left. Going to swing it out to Alan Horn.
Good move there by Allen just to make some stuff happen. Good job by Cole Crawford. You could tell he was making his reads. 1 wasn't open, 2 wasn't open. I believe he threw it to his 3rd guy.
Yeah. And we talked to Coach Dobbs about that. The benefit of having a third-year starter in Cole Crawford back there. He knows the offense, and Coach Dobbs said at this point the game slows down even more for him, and he's able to run through his checks and make his reads like we just saw in that previous play.
Man, handoff right up the gut. Lightning in a bottle. My goodness, Mason Martin is almost going to take it for a touchdown. He's going to get stopped about 4 yards short.
Yeah, they're going to mark him out of bounds just outside the 5.
Man.
Good downfield blocking there by Tanner Hegeman, number 11.
And there we go, Mason reminding us, hey, I'm still out here. My brother graduated, but I'm still here. Crawford rolls right. There's the pass. That should be a touchdown.
Yeah, he reached out across the line. They're going to mark him short, but that is a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, he broke the plane, 100%.
Alan Horn with the catch.
Man, really good job by Alan Horn to reach for it. That should have been called a touchdown.
Ball just outside the goal line.
Goodall is the running back there. They're going to hand it to him. He's going to plow his way through. That's a touchdown, Red Devils.
Yeah, he walked right in. Good job by that offensive line. Just clearing a path up the middle.
Man, this is a veteran unit here for the Atkins Red Devils. This offensive line has 4 guys who have returned as starters. They got lots of game experience last year, and the cool thing is that most of them still have another year to go.
Yeah. We are going to kick with the senior high. No kicking game in the junior high, but Kenny Rivas on for the extra point attempt for the Red Devils.
Kenny was our surefire kicker last season. Did a great job all year with that powerful left leg. Kick is up, and of course it's good. Why would we ever expect anything less from Mr. Kenny Rivas?
Right down the middle, and the Red Devil lead is 7-0. Of course, in this first go-round, it's just 10 offensive plays, so not really keeping score, but if you're tracking at home, that's 7-0.
Good little piece of business there by the Atkins Red Devil offense.
Yeah, offense going to stay on the field. And we've got some substitutions already. Number 6, Isaac Sims, a sophomore, in at the receiver position, split out to the left, along with number 28, Jackson Koenigsader. Fisher McKnight's going to come in. He'll handle the snapping duties for Red Devil offense now, another sophomore.
Good pass. A lot of zip on it. Tried to make something happen there after first contact, but he's going to get slung to the ground there. Good pickup there, though, by the Red Devils. That was number 29, Mason Martin, with the catch. And Mason Martin is like grease lightning.
Yeah.
Once he gets that ball, most of the time I'm looking at somebody runs backwards. I get a little scared. I just want Mason with the ball. Good pass.
Good catch by number 6, Isaac Sims. Found a soft spot in that Hector defense, sat down, secured the catch.
And here comes this Red Devil defense. If we could, we're going to have these Red Devil defensive starters pulled up on the screen for you real quick. And then Scott's going to run through those for us. Good job there by the Atkins offense. Really impressed with what we've seen so far. And so who do we got starting for us on defense?
Number 2, Tate Sweden, a junior, going to be at one of the linebacker positions. Number 7, Ethan Lindboom at a safety spot. Mason Vick, we mentioned him, a newcomer to the program. He's going to start at linebacker. Number 18, Wyatt Hearn, number 20, at the other safety spot. Number 22, Austin Martin Trussell at a linebacker position. Dakota Ham, cornerback, number 23. Ethan Langley at the other corner, number 30. Blake Mitchell, number 31. He's going to be on that defensive line. John Davis, number 40, at linebacker. Dayton Rawlings, number 60, on the defensive line. And then number 79, Camden Newby, clogging up things there in the middle of that defensive line for the Red Devils.
Man, what power from Camden Newby just to stop that run up the middle. But they do a good job bouncing out to the left side. Good pickup there for Hector.
That was number 2, Lucas Baker, on the carry for the Wildcats. And number 7, Ethan Lindboom, coming up to make the tackle for the Red Devils.
We mentioned it in the junior high game, but the Atkins Red Devils have swapped over in the high school unit to a 3-4 defense, which means they have 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Coach Dobbs is really hopeful this is going to spread the field a little bit more, get a little bit more speed out there. Man, our linebackers were a great unit for us this year, and they've only gotten better, according to Coach Dobbs.
Yeah, and he really spoke highly of Mason Vick, the newcomer, and what he's been able to do since coming into that defensive unit there at linebacker. And he's got good speed, and you mentioned it. He just wanted to get more speed on the field and get these guys running around and running free and getting to the ball carrier in a hurry.
Hector takes the snap. It's going to be a little screenplay. John Davis plowing through out there. What a shot.
John Davis got held by 2 different people and still ended up affecting that play.
Man.
Turned the guy outside, and then the Red Devils rallied to it. Austin Martin Trussell, number 22.
I think Dakota Ham was over
Dakota
in
Ham,
that too.
number 23, from the corner spot over there.
Great movement over there. You mentioned John Davis. John is the beast that is kind of going to be stopping things up over on the left side of this line. He's rushing the quarterback. He had a lot of success last year. Man, number 5 for Hector, their wide receiver. It's taken down hard, but, man.
That's a heck of a catch over there.
Yeah, it is. That kid's about, what, 6'6"?
He's a big kid. That's Grayson Mulder, number 5. And he made a great catch and then drug some Red Devil defenders with him.
He's a helmet taller than everybody else on the field. That's impressive size.
Big target.
Camden Newby and Blake Mitchell going to sub out here for the Red Devils. One of the things Coach Dobbs talked quite a bit about in our preseason meeting was just the fact that we've got depth on this team. He feels good about all the guys. Yeah,
at just about every position there's depth, and there's a difference between depth and quality depth, and we've got quality depth this year.
They call AMT. Nope.
No, that's going to be on Hector. They're going to march them back 5 yards.
Yep. AMT, I think, got somebody to jump there. A lot of hunger from this Red Devil defense. as they were getting ready to come out onto the field, Tate Sweeten was hopping up and down. Man, he's ready to go. This is not a scrimmage for him.
Well, Mr. Taylor said earlier these guys are ready to hit somebody with a different jersey on.
That's right.
And they do a good job there.
Ooh, man.
74, Seth Davis, the first one there. Hector ball carrier tried to break away from him, and he paid for it.
Yeah, he did. He didn't make it away from Ethan Lindboom, dropping the boom.
Kenny Rivas going to come on at the corner spot for Ethan Langley. Kenny did a great job last year at the corner,
Yeah,
an all-conference performer, along with his kicking duties.
Kenny's going to be an important senior to watch this year. Oh, good hit. Oh, man, what a shot there.
John Davis held him up, and then Dayton Rawlings came in to clean it up, knocked the helmet off the Hector quarterback. That's number 13, Drew Newport. He's going to have to come off.
And you've got a beast and a pit bull coming through that line, and they wrapped up that quarterback with no mercy. Huge shot there from Dayton Rawlings to bring up the end of that tackle. And it's going to be Rawlings that's going to come off here. Boy, nope, 54. Cade
Bartlett.
Cade Bartlett's going to be coming in to sub in for Rawlings after that huge shot.
So now you got Cade Bartlett and Sawyer Bartlett along with Seth Davis. Red Devil defensive line. And Sawyer Bartlett makes the tackle there along with Wyatt Hearn, number 20. Tate Sweeten, number 2. And AMT, number 22.
And one of the things you notice when you've got this 3-4 defense is that defensive lineman in the middle is so important. And he's a lot of times the unsung hero because he's the guy that's maybe not going to get the tackle. He probably won't get the sack, but he just eats space. That last play, Seth Davis had two guys and he had a guy in each hand and is just bull rushing these guys and just eating up space.
Blake Mitchell with the pressure, and he's going to drag down Newport.
Lee, man. Blake Mitchell gets there, and then the rest of them come after him like hyenas. This is a hungry Red Devil defense.
70, Solomon Lytle, Tate Sweeten again, Mason Vick. And we're seeing some of that speed on defense that Coach Dobbs was so excited about. Hector really not able to get anything going offensively. This Atkins defense is pretty much having their way right now. Mason Vick ground the line of scrimmage, and he gets through untouched and forces a quick throw.
Mercy, what a hit. Mason Vick just laying the lumber out there. What did every fan say? Hey, Coach, I got that wood.
He got that wood. And again, 13, Drew Newport, the quarterback for Hector, ends up on his back, and he's hurting.
He got to walk that off, man. Good night. What a shot. I am very pleased with this Red Devil defensive unit. You got some guys out here who are seniors who are trying to prove something. And like you said before, this game doesn't really count for anything.
Somebody forgot to tell them that.
It's like last year, somebody forgot to tell Dayton Rawlings he's undersized.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot. John Davis bringing up the end of that tackle with reckless abandon. Good night.
Dakota Ham, the first one there, kind of holding them up, and then John Davis comes in and cleans it up.
That's one word for it. And that's going to bring it into that little piece of business.
So we'll take a few minutes break here, and then the second unit for both teams will have an opportunity to run 6 plays. And while they take a break on the field, we're going to take one with them. This is Red Devil Football on Red Devil Media Productions. The second unit for the Red Devils going to take some snaps. They'll have 6 plays that they'll run. Ethan Lindboom hands off to Tate Sweden. Not much doing there. No gain, so the ball going to stay at the 30-yard line. Lindboom ready to take the snap.
I believe I see Jude Warden back there.
Yep.
Man, good job there by Lindboom, just spinning forward. Man, he didn't have much space at all, and he's going to fight forward to pick up some good yards.
4-yard gain there on a true scramble by Lindboom.
Jude looks like a big running back there. And he's going to get the ball. He's going to get hit pretty close to the line of scrimmage and drag a guy forward a couple of yards there. Lindboom out there with an empty backfield. Looks right. He's got, just high, man. That ball would have been perfect for Isaac Sims. It needed to come down about 2 feet.
Yep.
Man, he had a wide open space too. That'd have been.
He did.
That'd have been 30 yards.
And Tate Sweden was wide open on the deep route over there. That'll be some stuff they'll see on film.
Another empty backfield set for Lindboom. He's going to take it himself right up the gut. He gets hit early, but he's going to fall forward. Makes it to about the 43-yard line.
Lindboom looking to the sideline to get the play call.
We're going to have 3 wideouts to the right side, 1 to the left side. Nathan Langley's the lone wideout on the left.
It's a screen to Langley.
Reels it in. Good job. Good yardage picked up there. Really solid pickup.
Yeah, good job by Ethan making the catch and then turning upfield.
It's about an 11-yard pickup there.
And that's going to be the 6th play for the Red Devils, so we'll switch them out.
We'll see who
Hector's going to go on offense here.
See who's on this Red Devils second team. Like we said earlier, Coach Dobbs is really excited about his football team this year, and he's got a lot of confidence in guys on both sides of the ball, too deep. Looks like in there, your down lineman there in the middle at nose tackle, you're going to have number 25, Robert Saab. Next to him on his right is going to be number 50, Dylan Delancey. And then over on his left side, number 61, Noah Grant.
Linebackers, number 85, Skylar Orick. Number 33, Kellen Wofford. Number 64, Jackson McNutt. And on the far side over there.
Something 5.
Yeah, I think that's Will Breweiler, 55.
It's a good linebacker number.
And one of the Hector players comes off to the Red Devil sideline. Not sure.
Thought he was confused about where he was.
I think it's a equipment issue.
Yep.
I think he lost a knee pad and threw it off the sideline. The official said, "No, sir, you got to have that."
Yeah, they're strict about their knee pads tonight. That's a second.
They are.
That's a second stoppage we've had because of a knee pad issue.
Maybe a point of emphasis this year.
I don't think a knee pad would have saved my knees. Hand off right up the gut. He is stopped immediately.
Kellen Wofford, Jackson McNutt, right there on that play to make the stop. Both of them coming from the middle linebacker spots, inside linebacker.
Quarterback keeper right up. Nope, he did hand it off.
Ooh,
That's a late hit. That's a late hit, guys. You can't do that. Yep. That'll get called in a normal game.
That was Case and Bartlett just a little late on that one.
Yep.
Step or two out of bounds.
Yeah, they'll be that is one of the things the referees will look for. Yeah. Even if it's just a little bit late, they're probably going to call it.
Nathan Langley out here on the corner, he was getting manhandled. He was getting hugged, bear hugged on that play.
Don't call that. Screen there, just a little bit too far ahead of number 12 there for Hector, and that's going to fall incomplete. Got some more subs coming in here for the Red Devils.
78 Walter Smith, 51 Dakota Darter, 41 Will Gay coming in on the defensive line for Atkins.
Darter's going to be the man right there at nose tackle in the middle.
Hard count.
Yep.
I think Hector moved first.
Hector offensive line definitely moved. And they're going to back it up. That's going to be a false start against Hector. Not that we're really counting downs during this first part of the scrimmage. Here in a little bit, folks, you will get a legitimate half of football.
Yeah, we'll have down and distance, and we'll have timing and all that for 2 quarters of play. Right now, both offensive first and second units getting a chance to run some plays. Jackson McNutt with some good pressure there.
Oh,
and that ball hit Case and Bartlett in the helmet.
That's a look. Got to look up. Got to look. He tapping the helmet. He knows.
Good pressure by 64 McNutt. Forced the Hector quarterback to throw that one before he really wanted to. Tried to get some air under it and let his guy run under it, and instead ended up hitting Case and Bartlett.
Handoff, sweep around the left side. He's stopped at the line. Not going to make it anywhere. Nathan Langley, one of the guys in on that stop.
85 Skylar Orick also in on the tackle. Walter Smith going to come off, and Dayton Adami going to take his spot on the defensive line.
And I like the amount of substitutions that they're doing. Just keeps their guys fresh. That's a false start in the backfield. They didn't call it. He's not going to make it back to the original line. Good job by the Red Devil defense swarming around the ball.
Dayton Adami was the first one there and forced the quarterback out, and Dakota Darter and I believe Kellen Wofford ended up making the tackle. So good job by this second unit for the Red Devil defense.
I think this will bring us into, it's going to bring us into another break.
5-minute break, and then we're going to play 2 quarters of football with timing and down and distance and all that, so it'll be a little more what we're used to. But while we've got a 5-minute break in the action, we're going to take a break along with them. This is Red Devil Football on Red Devil Media Productions.
And we are back here. Clock is ticking down. We're getting ready to kick off this sucker. Kenny Rivas is going to be the man in for the Red Devils to boot this thing down the field, and we're going to have the start to football season. And, Scott, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Doesn't really feel like football weather just yet.
It's hot.
Next week's going to be much, much better.
Yes, next week it's going to be going to have some beautiful temperatures down in the 70s and low 80s. And after the summer that we've had, we have been sitting on the Devil's front porch for quite some time. It's time to get some cooler weather in here. Had a little ball discretion there. I don't know what that's about.
I think they were looking for the tee, and Lindboom was going to hold, and they finally found the tee and got it out there. So Kenny Rivas got the ball teed up. Now he's ready to kick it off.
If he kicks like he did last year, he's about to wear this ball out. He had a lot of touchbacks.
Sailed a lot of them into the end zone, and this one's going to be
just a little squibber.
A little worm burner. And they're going to take a knee right there. Not really a full kicking game, just an opportunity to get the kickers out there and get them a little bit of work. No rush on the extra point attempts. And really not a live kick return there. So Hector going to start at the 30, their own 30-yard line.
So we'll get our first real look at this Red Devil starting defense in a live game right here. It's going to be a handoff right up the gut, and man, he's going to get drugged down by number 40, John Davis, but not before he gets a really good 15-yard carry.
Yeah, actually gets 17 on that one. Does number 2, Lucas Baker. Good run to start this possession for Hector.
Yeah, their offensive line did a really good job of separating the bigs down low, and the linebackers just kind of had to play a little catch-up there. It looks like Lindboom might be struggling a little bit over there. He waved off his sub.
Now they're going to sub in for him. Tanner Hegeman going to come in. Not sure what happened to Ethan.
Yeah, you can tell he's just a little sluggish. Not sure what happened there.
Coach Harrelson going to send him over to Coach Torres to try to diagnose what's going on with Lindboom.
Here's another handoff. It's going to bounce around to the right side. He's going to get hung up and drugged down by a couple of Red Devils, but another really good pickup there for Hector. A good 7-yard carry.
So the Hector running game.
Looking good.
Looking good here.
Looking good. Red Devils are getting caught out of position there on the outside. As Cam Danube gets subbed out for Seth Davis, who's going to come in at that nose tackle position.
And Seth did a really good job when Hector had their 10-play series earlier.
Third play up here. I'm not expecting too much different than a run. It's been very successful.
2nd and 3 for Hector.
We're going to pass. Man, almost got sacked there. Good job by the quarterback to get away and slide down before contact. And Dayton Rawlings had him dead to rights.
Yeah, Drew Newport, number 13, the Hector quarterback, saw Dayton Rawlings closing in on him, took the ball, ran to his left side, and got the first down and then some. All up across the 40 to about the 38. Nice-looking drive for the Hector Wildcats here.
No, they're looking real good. That's a solid couple of plays to start this drive.
Hector changing up the play call here.
Quick pass over to the right side. It's completed. Breaks the tackle. He's going down the sideline. And he makes a juke move, and he's going to get all the way to the end zone. That's a touchdown for Hector.
And John Davis was held on that play. No call. And I really think that affected the outcome of that one.
Yeah, Coach Harrelson's just now getting his headset back on. I don't think he was very pleased with his defense there.
Hector quickly moves the ball down the field and puts it in the end zone.
Yeah,
Take a 6-0 lead.
Hector offense giving the Red Devil defense all they wanted there on that drive.
Hector going to line up for the extra point now. Again, no rush by the defenses here on the extra point attempts.
This will be about the only time this season you'll see somebody have a clean opportunity at a kick.
Yeah. Number 62, Forrest Chronister, on for Hector to attempt the extra point.
And it's no good.
Bobbled snap kind of messed up the operation there, so score going to remain 6-0. Hector with the early lead.
Yep. 9:58 left here in the first quarter that we're going to play as Cole Crawford goes out to take the helm for his third year. And that's rare, Scott. You don't really get to see a third-year starting quarterback too often.
Yeah, and the thing about he's actually got more than 3 years of experience,
Really?
because as a freshman, when he came in late in the year, he got some opportunities with this high school team, so he's got a lot of experience back there.
Yeah, Cole did a really good job last year moving the ball around for the Red Devil offense that was very high-powered behind the two workhorses we had with the Martin brothers. As we have a handoff here, Cooper Goodall is going to get the ball right up the gut. He's going to drag his men forward, and he's going to be real close to a first down.
Yeah, good run by Cooper Goodall right up the middle. Lowered his shoulder, ran into somebody, then spun off another tackler, drug a couple of guys with him for a gain of 9.
This Red Devil defense is already back up here. We're going to see the hurry up. Another handoff to Goodall, and he's going to get that first down.
And a couple of pancake blocks by Red Devil offensive line. You like to see that. Solomon Lytle taking his guy to the ground. 56, Sawyer Bartlett doing the same.
Giving him the business.
First down on that Cooper Goodall carry.
Mason Martin in the backfield now. It's going to be handoff to Mason. He's going to try to juke around. He makes some guys miss, as always, and Mason, before you know it's got another first down.
He's just so tough. You can't hit him clean. I mean, he's so shifty. He moves around, makes cuts, and he's just so quick. Once he stops and makes a cut, he puts his foot in the ground, and he's going full speed again before you know it.
Yeah, he's a special talent. That's what an all-state running back looks like right there. Crawford drops back. He's got a man open. That's Davin Bowden, and that pass is caught, and Davin's going to be pushed out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Great pass and catch there for Davin Bowden and Cole Crawford. Good connection.
And we talked about Cole looking off receivers who were covered up in that 10-play series earlier. That time he had nothing but Davin Bowden on his mind.
Yep, one-on-one coverage. Davin's a lot bigger than the guy guarding him. Just a really good connection there between a quarterback and his wide receiver. Good handoff to Goodall. He's going to fight forward. He's going to pick up about 4 balls out, I think.
No, I think he held on to it.
No, he was fighting forward. They were running after it like the ball was out. That's what I get for not wearing my glasses. They're on the far end of the field here.
Goodall carries it down to the 5-yard line, so it's going to be second and about 5. Red Devils can get a first down without getting into the end zone.
Can.
They need to be just inside the 1 for a first down.
Mason Martin, the back in the backfield. Crawford's going to keep it himself, tries to juke and jive, but he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Actually, I think he's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, that's number 24, Hayden Millsap. Did a really good job diagnosing that play, shooting the gap, coming up to make the stop. Going to be a short loss on that one, so it's going to...
Still going to be about 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, Scott, Red Devils can get a first down without getting a touchdown, but we need to get some points on the board here. One-on-one coverage out to the right side, and that's where he's going. To Davin Bowden, wide open out there.
It's a good move.
Man.
Davin started in, then turned around and went outside. The ball just
sailed.
Just sailed.
Man, it looked good. That was exactly where I expected him to go. Davin made a great move out there. Just couldn't quite get it to fall, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and 6 on the 7-yard line. Crawford takes a snap, looks to his left side. He's going to try to make something happen. He drops the ball. Ball still loose. One of the big boys is going to fall on top of that.
Chance Cawthon falls on it at the 15, but it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Red Devils.
That is not how Coach Dobbs wanted his first offensive
he is letting them have it.
Yep, he is not pleased at all with that first offensive drive.
And it's his offensive lineman that he's not happy with.
You know, that was the group, even though we've mentioned before they're a veteran group, he was kind of waiting for a leader to step up on that offensive line. And as of 2 weeks ago, still really waiting on to see who that leader is going to be. And maybe out of some trial and adversity, we're going to see a leader birthed.
So Hector takes over on their own 15. Had a lot of success on that first drive, marched it right down the field with some big runs and able to get on the board. And that pass is picked off by Kenny Rivas.
Yes, sir. He's taking it to the house. Take it to the house.
And he's in.
There
Kenny
it is.
Rivas with an interception return for a touchdown.
Man, great job there by Kenny Rivas to read the quarterback's eyes, makes the pick, and then he was, as soon as he had that ball, you knew exactly where he was taking it. So good job there by the Atkins Red Devil defense to redeem themselves from the drive previous.
And kind of helped the offense out, too. The offense stalled inside the 5 and actually got backed up there and turned it over on downs. And the defense took up the slack, and they get on the board.
That's a great job. Kenny Rivas is going to get the touchdown, and he's going to be the man to come out and get this extra point. Cole Crawford going to be there for the hold. You know, side note, it always makes me nervous to see a quarterback on the hold because I'm always afraid he's going to kick his hand. Maybe that's an undue fear.
Well, Kenny and Cole have been doing this for a while, so they kind of know each other. That kick is right through the middle, so the Red Devils take a 7-6 lead.
Great job there by the Red Devil defense. Coach Harrelson lit a fire. They came out and handled business.
Yeah, looked a little shaky on that first drive. Let Hector kind of walk down the field and put some points on the board. That time, nothing doing. Kenny Rivas slammed the door on their first play and picked it off, took it to the house to give the Red Devils the lead.
Let's see if this defense can capitalize on that momentum, see if these guys can keep that fire going.
Atkins defense right back out there. Hector takes over on their own 30.
Seth Davis coming in again at nose tackle instead of Camden Newby. Dayton Rawlings is that left edge rusher.
Blake Mitchell on the right side. John Davis.
Oh, right down the gut.
Down the middle.
Wow.
He just missed him. It doesn't happen very often.
It does not. John made him pay for it when he came back.
He was a little upset with himself and came back and you can see John. He's talking to himself right now.
Nobody is a bigger critic of John Davis than John Davis.
Yeah, he's got his hands on top of his head. He can't believe he missed that clean shot.
Yep. That was going to be an ESPN highlight reel right there.
Yep. Hector turns that into about a 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats.
Red Devils loading that box up. They got 7 in the box. It's going to be a 4-man rush. Bounces out.
Dayton Rawlings.
Man, great job. Great job by Dayton Rawlings to just sling him down.
That was number 2, Lucas Baker, on the carry for the Wildcats, and Dayton Rawlings wrapped him up right away. Loss on the play. It's actually going to put him behind the sticks. 3rd and about 11.
You know, you look at Dayton Rawlings. We mentioned it last season. He's a little undersized for being a defensive lineman, but you can't tell him he's undersized. This kid plays like a pit bull.
Yeah, 5'8", 225, but he is lightning quick.
Man, he's fast. He is off that line so fast. He just shoves guys around, too.
And they've got 2 people blocking him now. And
another interception. Yes, sir.
Kenny Rivas with another pick. Kenny, we mentioned all conference last year at the corner position, and he's picking up right where he left off. Got 2 interceptions already in this game.
Kenny tuning up the band out there, man. He's playing them a sweet tune. He gonna sling it right to him. Beautiful interceptions there by Kenny Rivas.
Red Devil offense taking over in Hector territory. The ball at the 45.
Let's see what this offensive line has for us now. Coach Dobbs was really on him after that last failed drive.
Wyatt Brown coming in at the right tackle position, so seeing some substitutions on this offensive front.
It's going to be a handoff. Mason Martin trying to make something happen. Good job by the line to push forward. That's number 56, Sawyer Bartlett, pushing him forward. Good job.
Yeah, Sawyer actually came up behind Mason and wrapped him up.
Just pushed.
And held him up and spun him around and pushed him.
That's a good job by a good connection between a lineman and a running back.
And the sad thing is Mason gets all the credit for the yards.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Bartlett gets 0.
All guts, no glory down there in that offensive line. Going to be an empty backfield now for the Red Devils. 3 wide receivers up top.
2 to the left. Crawford, nice spin move there to buy himself some time. He's scrambling out to the right side.
Trying to make something happen. We had a bit of a jailbreak on that right side of the offensive line. He's going to get close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just about a yard short.
Cole put his shoulder down, tried to pick up the first down there, but
it's too early in the season.
Short. Yeah.
Too early in the season for me to see my quarterback take a shot like that. Yeah. Alan Horn's going to run off, as well as number 77.
That's Wyatt Brown. Lucas Shannon goes back to the right tackle position, and Mason Vick comes in place of Alan Horn.
Good job by Cooper Goodall to shake off that would-be tackler.
And Cooper put his hand in the middle of Solomon Lytle's back and kind of directing him as a human shield, and then put his head down and picked up about 12 more yards there.
And this type of playing right here is what made Jaden Martin an all-state running back last year. Just power north and south football.
Yeah, and Cooper Goodall, a sophomore, so this is a sign of things to come.
Yes, sir. Goodall still in the backfield now. It's going to be another handoff. Makes a man miss, and he's going to fall forward for about 2 yards.
Got tripped up. A lot of traffic there in front of Cooper that time, and he just got tangled up and brought down.
Alan Horn is going to check back in for the Red Devils here. He's going to head to the top side with Mason Martin and Davin Bowden. Cooper Goodall is going to stay back at running back. Tanner Hageman over here at the left side. Crawford looking up. He's got a man back there. Oh, incomplete pass. That ball was intended for Mason Martin, but it could not get connected back there.
It's going to make it 3rd down and about 8. Ball just inside the 15. And that first Red Devil drive, this is kind of where it stalled out.
Yep.
Got down inside the 5 and then got backed up and fumbled it and turned it over at the 15.
It's going to be a late handoff to Martin, and Martin is
just nothing doing.
Met by many guys in the backfield. And it really does. It kind of makes you look at the offensive line, and you're saying, all right, guys, hey, what's up? We're getting a lot of pressure back here, and that's a turnover.
Yeah, Kenny Reeves is going to come on for a field goal attempt here. 4th and 10.
Man, it's not what you want. I mean, full confidence in Kenny to make a field goal. I mean, what was the long last year? 46? I think that was somewhere in the 40s was his long last year.
This one's going to be about a 33-yard attempt.
Nailed it.
Got plenty of leg.
Nope. And he missed it. Shanked it just left.
Just pulled it left. So had the distance, just didn't have the direction.
Frustrating outing so far for the Red Devil offense. Not what they drew up.
Yeah, we've seen them do some good things, but drives just stalling when they get down close, and going to have to clean that stuff up before we open next week with Perryville.
Yep, Perryville's a team that we hung 2 losses on last year, and so I fully expect one of those being a playoff game, and I fully expect Perryville's going to be coming out for blood this season, trying to get some revenge.
Both those games really close, and we mentioned it last year in the broadcast. It seems like when Atkins and Perryville play, it always comes down to, a possession or 2, and that was the case last year. That playoff game, the final was 10-7. The Kenny Rivas field goal was the difference in that one. So Hector going to take over at their own 20. Their last two possessions, Kenny Rivas has intercepted passes on both of them. That time, Camden Newby clogged up the middle, made a play there. And it's going to be a loss for the Wildcats of about 2, so it's going to bring up second 12. .2:30 left on the clock in this opening period.
Good job by this Red Devil defense. After that first drive where they gave up the touchdown, they looked really good in the drives after that, and they're going to look really good right here. A running play stopped in the backfield by a host of Red Devils. Dayton Rawlings was all over that one as it was leaving the line.
Yeah, he read that kind of a jet sweep look coming around and didn't over pursue, just made sure that they didn't get out past him, and nice sure tackle, and that's another loss. Third and about 14 for Hector.
Dayton's another one. He's just in 11th grade. This is a kid that still got plenty of room to grow, plenty of room to get stronger, faster, smarter. Like you mentioned, he just read the play. And he busts through the line there. Quarterback's going to escape over. They're going to got to be careful.
Dakota Ham lowered his shoulder as the Hector quarterback steps out of bounds. They're not going to throw a flag, but
got to be careful with that.
Yeah, on a Friday night, once the regular season starts, you're probably not going to get away with that one.
No, he was a step out of bounds when he lowered that shoulder. Just got to be careful, got to be smart, and
in a situation like that, it's 3rd and long, and if you get a penalty there, you're going to give them a first down.
Automatic first down on a personal foul, and that's going to be Hector's going to elect to punt that one. And Atkins will take over. They've been giving him 30 yards on these punts, so Atkins going to have great field position to take over on the 47-yard line, but it's not here where the offense struggles. It's down in the red zone.
Yeah, when things get kind of compacted, condensed a little bit, they've struggled. When the field's wide open, they've done well.
Looking to see a little fire in the gut of this offense, see what we can get moving.
7-6, the Red Devils with a 1-point lead. Just under a minute and a half left on the clock in this first quarter. Again, we'll play 2 quarters.
Handoff right there to Mason Martin. He's going to bounce around. He's going to make some guys miss. He's dragging a man, and that's going to be a good 12-yard run for a first down.
Gets the ball into Hector territory down to the 40-yard line. Red Devils quickly up to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be another handoff there to Mason. Mason makes a man miss, drags another one forward, and that is another first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, another 12-yard pickup.
Got a little bit of jawing down here on the near side from Tanner Hegeman and number 10 from Hector. Just a little friendly competition.
Hector making a substitution, so Cole going to have to wait until they get their guy off the field. Hands it to Cooper Goodall.
Man, powerful run there by Cooper. Another first down for the Red Devils. So there you go, 3 first downs, 3 running plays. Let's hand it to the backs and let them go.
Yeah, and I know Cole Crawford wants to throw the ball, but when you get down in this part of the field, inside the 20, you got number 29 and number 8 back there. Just feed them.
Yep.
Let those offensive linemen fire off.
Yep. And there's another one. That's going to be a touchdown. Mason Martin is just going to jog his way into the end zone. Great job there by the Atkins Red Devils to do away with the offensive woes that they've had so far in this game.
And Sawyer Bartlett had his guy flat on his back and just paved the way for Mason Martin to run for that touchdown. That's going to make it 13-6. Red Devils stretch their lead out, and Kenny Rivas going to look to add to it here with the extra point.
A lot of pancakes out there. I like pancakes. Good to see this offensive line have a fire. And that one is good, and that's going to push the Red Devil lead to 14-6 with 42 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Much better drive for the Red Devil offense that time, Zach. able to finish it and get points on the board, and it was all the running game in that one.
That's it. Yep, Cole didn't even think about passing the ball, didn't have a reason to. Mason Martin got 3 carries, Cooper Goodall got 1, and all of them 10 yards plus. Just let them go down the field. Hector offense going to come out here, see if they can answer. Hector started off this game with a really solid run game, but the Atkins defense answered that in the second drive. We had 2 interceptions by Kenny Rivas. One of them was a pick 6. And now Hector's going to make a completion, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards, 7 yards, before they're going to give him 8. It's a good little catch and run there for Hector.
That was number 6, Caden Manrique, with the reception, and that was a good play by Hector. A lot of pressure coming from the Atkins defense. They were able to kind of get a sidearm pass off with Drew Newport, the quarterback, and Hector able to get about 9 yards on the first down there. That's the best play they've had in their last 3 drives.
Yep. They may let the clock tick out here. There's only 4 seconds left. Yep, that's what they're going to do. And that is going to bring us to the end of this first quarter of play. We'll come back here in just a few minutes with the second quarter. Well, while they take a break on the field, we're going to take a break with them. You're listening to Atkins Red Devil Media Productions.
We get set for this second quarter of play here in this benefit game tonight. 12 minutes on the clock. Hector with possession of the football, and it is 2nd down and 2. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap. Pass out to the left side. Number 6, Manrique with a reception. Nice move. And
good spin. Man.
He's still on his feet.
Oh, my
He's shedding
goodness.
tacklers, and he gets across the 50, inside the 45, down to about the – they're going to mark him right at the 45, but a good catch and run.
Man,
number 6, Caden Manrique.
You had 6 or 7 Red Devils that were hanging off of him, and he just spun every single one of those guys off of him.
Yeah, and that's driving Coach Jeff Harrelson, the defensive coordinator, crazy.
He is not pleased with that. You got to wrap up. Red Devils still in that 3-4 defense that you'll get to see this season. Another swing route, and it is going to be just ahead of the wide receiver, incomplete.
That was intended for number 2, Lucas Baker.
Man, again, thinking back to that last play, really impressive catch and run there for the Hector Wildcat wide receiver. Just a good job shaking everybody off of him.
He made a couple nice moves and then just finished with physicality. Hector shifting around. Gonna be a handoff.
Right up the gut. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. No, 3.
Dayton Rawlings and Austin Martin Trussell making a stop. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Hector. Tate Sweden comes back in at a linebacker position. Jackson McNutt trots off.
Ooh, bullet pass.
Yeah.
And that is going to be incomplete. Not really a catchable ball. You know a name we said a lot last year we haven't really had an opportunity to say tonight is number 22, Austin Martin Trussell, AMT. AMT is one of those guys that is just kind of all over the field. Maybe the fastest guy, sideline to sideline on this Red Devil squad. But just, the way it is on defense, sometimes the plays just don't end around you.
Yeah, he's been in on a few tackles tonight, but we saw him on a lot of plays last year solo, and we'll see him. He'll make some noise this year for sure. 4th down and 7 for the Wildcats.
Good rush there by Rawlings.
Oh, and they complete that pass to number 5, that big tall receiver Grayson Mulder, and he picks up the 1st down. Forced out of bounds outside the 25. They're going to mark him at the 27.
Good job by the wide receiver to come back and save his quarterback because Red Devil defense had him pinned over at that sideline. Just a really good job of coming and bailing your quarterback out.
And Mulder is a big target.
I'm telling you, he's got to be 6'6", 6'5", something like that. Man, that one's stuffed immediately. Couldn't go anywhere. That's going to be a loss of. Referee showing a loss of about 3 yards.
John Davis slow to get up after making that tackle.
That's not what you want to see.
It is not. And Coach Harrelson's not going to take any chances. He's sending Jackson McNutt to get John Davis.
Yep. No, you don't want your superstar to get hurt on a game that does not matter.
And while we're talking about John Davis, I think we can agree he got totally ripped off last year. Should have been an All-State.
Yeah. John was one of the leading tacklers, not just
Top
in 3A.
5 in state.
The entire state, and then he didn't make All-State? Yeah. I think there's a couple of coaches that may have had it out for John Davis.
There was some politics that was involved in that.
Yep. As is with most things. Probably the reason why Darry McFadden didn't win the Heisman. Yeah, John Davis got absolutely ripped off. He's one of those guys, as Coach Dobbs has referred to him. He says John Davis is a culture guy. He's a guy that you can build a program on. He does everything the right way. He's one kind of the guy that's like first one there, last one to leave. He's an encourager of his teammates and just works hard.
Yeah, good young man all around. And he's ready to go back in. I don't know if he's going to get the opportunity, but he's ready. Whistle and a flag before the snap. It's going to be a delay of game against the Wildcats. They're going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to make 3rd and about 16.
They're going to send John back in.
Maybe a case where John didn't really give him a choice. He just subbed himself in. I don't know.
May have. I think if Coach Harrelson really wanted him off the field, I think he'd get him off the field.
I think you're right. 3rd and long for the Wildcats. Good pass completion.
Yep, just
across the middle, but number 24.
He takes a shot for his troubles.
Hayden Millsap got waylaid there, and he is still down.
Man, that was a really good job by the Hector quarterback. Just drop the ball right into the middle of the field where there was no defender. That's one of the things about zone defense is that they can drop it. If they can drop it in there, you've got gaps.
Gap closed in a hurry.
Yep.
Millsap's still down on the turf, and
they're gonna send both teams to their sidelines away from this. He's rolling around out there.
Yeah, I think he probably just got the breath knocked out of him. That was a big hit.
It was. It's hot. I mean, even sun's gone down. It's a little bit cooler, but man, it's still hot out there.
It's a brisk 80 degrees right now.
Brisk.
Bet that Kona ice truck is doing a booming business down there by the field house.
I bet they have done a really good business tonight. So he is going to get up and he's going to walk off with some support over there.
Yeah, Millsap getting a round of applause from both sidelines, both crowds. Good to see that young man back up on his feet.
So 8:53 left here in the final quarter of play. Red Devils lead 14-6.
Hector threatening with this drive. They got it inside the 15 where it'll be first down.
Pieced together a really good drive here.
Mostly been the ground game and that swing pass that's done the damage for the Wildcats this go-round.
Everything else is just a little chipping away here, chip away here. He's got a ton of pressure on him. He's going to, nope, he escapes. Makes a stiff arm, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. Man, the Red Devils are doing a good job of getting pressure, but, man, that quarterback's just doing a great job of getting away from the pressure.
Yeah, he scrambled really well tonight, and he's had to. He's been under pressure a lot.
Yep, he kind of looks like how Braxton Kaufman looked for the junior high Red Devils, just kind of Johnny Manziel-ing his way around the field.
So he stepped out of bounds after a gain of about 3, going to make it 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line. Dayton Rawlings.
Yep.
Good job coming up to make that stop. Austin Martin Trussell and Tate Sweden coming in to help him out.
They're going to say that he got a yard.
He earned it.
Yeah, he did. That's another situation. They can actually pick up a first down without getting a touchdown here.
Yeah, they need to get down to about the 3 to get a first down.
So we're 3rd and 6. Yard markers at the 8-yard line. Atkins' defense really needs to make a stop here.
Play clock winding down. 5 seconds.
Man, they got a guy back there. It's their big, tall receiver, and that is good. That's a touchdown for Hector.
It's number 5, Grayson Mulder, with the reception. And he's just a big, sure-handed target over there. That's gonna be something that Hector fans have to be excited about.
Yep. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of receivers in 2A football that look like that. So I'm sure they got plenty of plays drawn up for him this season. Good job by Hector to get points on the board here. They're going to go for another kick.
Yeah, good answer for this Hector offense.
If they go for a kick here, that's still going to give Atkins the lead. They missed their initial extra point attempt.
Number 62, Forrest Chronister on the kick for Hector.
And that one is no good as well. So Red Devils are going to maintain a 2-point lead here. 7:59 left here in the last quarter. Let's see what Coach Dobbs has drawn up for this offense. That last drive that we saw the Red Devils out here, we saw 3 carries from Mason Martin and 1 from Cooper Goodall that took the Red Devils 45 yards down to a powerful touchdown.
Yeah, back-to-back 12-yard runs by Mason Martin to start that drive, and then a big run by Cooper Goodall, and Mason Martin finished it off.
Looks like it's going to be Goodall first up in the backfield next to Cole Crawford.
Tanner Hegeman all by himself out to the left side. 3 receivers to the right. Tried to set up the screen there to Davin Bowden. And
just a little low on that pass.
Yeah.
If Davin had it, you had numbers.
Yeah, Lucas Shannon, Cade Bartlett, Sawyer Bartlett, all out there ready to block downfield.
Yeah.
And
Lucas has got a bit of a limp there. I see that right foot taped up.
Yeah. And he was off for a few plays earlier. Wyatt Brown came in for him. And
it rolled his ankle or something. Hand off to Cooper Goodall. Right up the gut. Powerful run.
Still churning his legs. And
he's going to get about 9 yards.
Yeah.
Good job by the sophomore running back to fight forward. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Red Devils. And I'm not looking for too much different than what they just did.
Yeah.
I got Mason Martin back there.
Mason's going to get the handoff.
Yep. First down. Oh, making it happen.
Oh, great block on the far side, Tanner
Yes,
Hageman.
sir. Turn on the Jets. He's gone, baby.
That's a touchdown.
Wow.
Mason Martin, and a great downfield block by Tanner Hageman.
Yep, that was what was that, 60 yards, 65 yards? Nice little addition to the highlight film there. Huge run there for Mason Martin, picking up right where he left off last season to push the Red Devils up 2012.
8-point lead now for Atkins, and Kenny Rivas going to try to make it a 9-point advantage. Rivas' kick is up, and it's good, so Red Devils with a 21
That's a
12 lead.
Two-score lead. Yeah, really good job here. 2-score lead for the Red Devils. That means Hector's going to have to score twice if they want to get the lead. Great job there by the Atkins offense. Opening up things just to let it happen there for Mason Martin. He had a guy coming for him too, but when you're that good and that fast, he just turned on the Jets.
Yeah, and we've seen Tanner Hageman with a couple of really nice downfield blocks on long runs tonight. It's good. I know Tanner has had some long receptions and some long touchdown catches in his career, and he wants to get the ball in his hands, but Coach Dobbs talked about how selfless these guys were, and some receivers, if they're not getting the ball thrown to them, they're going to pout and they're going to stand around, but not Tanner Hageman. He's downfield looking for somebody to block, and that time he just decleated a guy and gave Mason Martin a wide open run to the end zone.
I was recently listening to a podcast between DJ Williams, Razorback tight end, and Houston Nutt. And Houston Nutt talked about how selfless Darren McFadden and Felix Jones and Peyton Hillis were, and about how that's what made them successful. And we see a lot of that with these Red Devil wide receivers as we see a penalty flag go flying in the air.
I thought I saw one too, but I think it was somebody throwing something on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought, man, I figured if they're throwing it that high, it must be a good penalty.
Yeah. 3-yard pickup for Hector. Make it 2nd and 7.
6:45 left here in the final quarter of play.
Red Devils bring pressure.
Ooh.
John Davis got there in a hurry.
Yep. Quarterback took a shot. He didn't go down, but he took a shot there at the end of that, and that pass went sailing on him.
Yeah, Drew Newport had to get rid of that one, or he was going to eat it. John Davis right in his grill.
I think John's an equal opportunist. I think it'd be anybody that was standing back there. I think, last year John may have surprised some teams with how good he was at linebacker and all the tackles that he makes. He's not surprising anybody this year.
He's not going to sneak up on anybody this year.
He's on everybody's scouting report. Oh, man, good job there by the front 7 of the Red Devils to just eat that up.
Blake Mitchell back there disrupting things, and Mason Vick coming up to make the tackle. And that's going to be 4th down for Hector, and they're going to punt. So they'll mark it off 30 yards, and Red Devils going to take over at their own 41.
Good job here by the Red Devil defense. Going to get the ball back to the offense and see if they can push this lead here and get some more positive things happening.
Three receivers split to the right. Tanner Hageman, the lone man, to the left side. Cole Crawford hands it off to Mason.
Oh,
Mason
man.
cuts back.
There he goes. He's gone. No,
Oh,
that's
that's
not
Dakota
Mason.
Ham.
That is Dakota Ham. He's gone.
Oh, and Tanner tried to block downfield, and they could have called him for a block in the
Man,
back.
great job there by Dakota Ham, looking like Mason
He
Martin
was looking
out
like
there.
Mason Martin. He
Man,
had me fooled for a little
They're
bit.
just one number off. Man, heck of a run there by Dakota Ham. Boogity, boogity, boogity down the field.
And
Good night.
We talked to Coach Dobbs about how they were going to replace Jaden Martin, his offensive production last year, and he mentioned Dakota Ham was going to get some carries this year, and first time he touched it tonight, and he takes it to the house.
Wow. Yeah, great job there by Dakota Ham. Like Dobbs mentioned, how do you replace Jaden Martin? Well, you don't. Not with one guy. Great job again by Kenny Rivas nailing that, and that's going to put the Red Devils up 28-12 with 5:56 left here in the final quarter of play. And I think, Scott, this is the Atkins offense we were expecting to see when we came into tonight.
Yeah, those explosive plays, you were kind of looking for that, and we had some of that early. Just had a couple drives that stalled when they got down in the red zone.
Looks like Sawyer Bartlett's coming back a little gimpy. Little bit gimpy on that after that long run. So we've got two offensive linemen that are just a little bit banged up coming out of tonight. Yeah, Sawyer's limping on that left leg.
Blake Mitchell came off, and now I think that's Dayton Adami that's in at the defensive end spot. It is.
AMT is all over that. He read that like a book, man.
Yeah, and if he didn't make the play, he had a couple of friends there who were going to help him out. Mason Vick and Kenny Rivas both right there. They had a front row seat for a really good tackle by AMT.
Yeah, AMT, just a classic wrap up and sling him down. Seth Davis, the man in the middle for the Red Devils. Yep, we're going to get another false start there for Hector.
Lucky they blew that one dead because Dayton Adami was about to make a play on the quarterback.
Actually, they're going to call that against Atkins.
AMT came up, I think.
Did he cross the line?
Yeah, I think he was going to put some press coverage on the inside receiver there, and I think he got across the line of scrimmage a little early. Be 2nd and 9 for Hector.
Yep, another pressure. That's a block in the back, but he's
Dayton
still,
Adami.
man, block in the back, and he still made the sack.
Good play by the sophomore.
Great
Adami,
job.
number 65.
He's going to come up just a little. It's like he was a little gimped as well, but he's walking around good. Man, what a play there by the sophomore. You move to a 3-4 and you think, okay, the linebackers are the superstars, but man, this defensive line is doing their job tonight.
Yeah, and it's not just one or two guys. It's 5, 6 guys. You know, that depth we talked about earlier coming into play here. Cooper Goodall comes in at a linebacker position, and
John
John
Davis.
Davis diagnosed that short pass and
Mercy, what a tackle.
wraps up and slings down number 5, Mulder.
It's going to be a loss of. They're going to say that he caught it at the line of scrimmage.
That's very generous.
And that's going to be a punt for Hector. So Atkins' offense is going to take over, what was that, the 25-yard line? Atkins' offense will take over at the 45. Their own 45.
And we're going to see a lot of second unit guys for the Red Devils here on this offensive possession with 4:09 left to play. As you mentioned, Zach, the Red Devils taking over at their own 45, so great field position to start this drive. Ethan Lindboom, number 7, the junior, in at quarterback. Lindboom hands it to number 2, Tate Sweden, and he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage, and he is hurt. He's grabbing that right leg. I think he's cramped up there. Yeah, Lindboom's going to stretch him out. So Sweden went down kind of awkwardly. I'm glad it's just what appears to be a cramp. Nothing worse than that. Although if you've had leg cramps, you know they feel horrible at the time. You think you're dying.
You know. Yeah. Those leg cramps that apparently Tate is notorious for. Leg cramps usually hit you in the middle of the night or in the most inopportune of times, and just a leg cramp. No, that's enough to ruin the day.
Yep.
Need some pickle juice. Need some
mustard.
Some bananas. Need some potassium. Need to up the potassium in his diet.
They usually try to shoot mustard down their gullet when they're out there on their backs.
It was pickle juice for us. We had those pickle pops.
Yeah.
They had those iced pickle juice.
Pickle sickles.
Oh, they're they're disgusting. They're disgusting.
Tate Sweden up on his feet. And he's
Yep. Looks like a double calf cramp. He's walking backwards. Yep, he's walking backwards to the sideline. That is a double calf cramp. And that, folks, right there is probably the male equivalent of childbirth. That is a tremendous, horrific pain. A double calf cramp. And I think that'll probably be the end of his night.
It may be. Yeah.
Red Devil defense going to carry on. See if we can get some good stops here.
Offense.
Actually, excuse me, Red Devil offense going to carry on. The second unit in, Ethan Lindboom. In a QB, Jude Warren. Back there at running back.
Lindboom lets it fly.
Just about 5 yards ahead of him. Could have been a really, close for that connection. Who is that over there?
Koenigsader on the far side. He had a step on his man. Good-looking pass from Lindboom. Just a little long. Jackson not able to haul that one in, or he would have been gone.
A good blocking by the second unit, this offensive line. And Jude Warren coming in and making a good little chip block on the edge rusher that came along that left side. Good blocking there. Man, just a bullet, just a little bit low. Pass was intended
for Isaac Sims, number 6. Going to bring up 4th down. And 10 for the Red Devils. They're going to punt.
Yep.
So that second unit not really able to get much going.
So 3:30 left here in this final quarter. Red Devils still have the lead, 28-12. Nothing doing for that second unit offensively, and the defense is going to take over here. I'm assuming it'll be mostly second unit guys. But as many subs as they have, I mean, these are guys we've seen the whole game.
Right.
Tanner Hegeman back there, we've seen him all game.
Cooper Goodall coming on.
I'm assuming he'll be a linebacker.
Yeah.
Too big to be, way too big to be a safety.
Boy, he'd be a safety you wouldn't want to see coming.
Ooh, that's that.
Shades of Steve Atwater.
Yep, that's that Ed Reed type of, man, you just don't want to be anywhere around him. Jamal Adams, just a hammer dropper. Bounces out along the far side, and he's going to get brought down after a pickup of maybe 4 yards.
Number 80, Cason Bartlett. One of the Red Devils over there to make the tackle. Nathan Langley on the far side, also in on it, and he's comes up limping a little bit. Gain of 4, make it 2nd 6 for Hector.
No, part of that first game is just getting used to your body being in a constant car crash. Because if you've never been tackled or anything like that, it's a constant. I mean, you're literally in a car crash every 15 seconds. Man,
Good
just a
run on the
lot of
left side.
speed there.
That's number 2. That is Lucas Baker with
Man.
a good run on the left side for Hector. That's across midfield. Going to mark him down at the 47.
That kid's real fast.
Hector with a first down inside Red Devil territory here.
.152 left on the clock. Ooh, almost got him. He's making some guys miss. He's bouncing out. He is going to get brought down around the 25-yard line, but not after a huge first down. Another really good run for the Hector Wildcats.
That time it's number 6, Manrique, on the carry. Enrique, sorry.
We were corrected.
Caden Manrique.
Caden Manrique.
Yeah. And we've got a Red Devil, Tanner Hegeman, who's hopping off on 1 foot.
Several guys coming up a little hobbled on 1 foot tonight. And again, part of it is getting back used to just being hit all the time. You know, this is going to be the only game they come into this season where they're not hurt. But there's a difference between being hurt and being injured.
Yeah.
They're going to be hurt the rest of the season, but just trying to stay away from those injuries.
First down for the Wildcats outside the 25. Another run on the left side by Manrique.
Man, he's a good runner.
Yeah, he gets down to the 11. It'll be another first down.
Really good couple of runs there for Manrique and this Hector offense. That's going to be something they can build on this season. You've got a big, tall wide receiver that can catch anything near him, and now you've got a really speedy back. Man, take advantage of it. Ooh, hey, yep, he's going to get brought
Nice play
down.
by Ethan Langley.
Great job there. Read it, snuffed it out.
Loss on the play of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Hector Wildcats.
1:45 left here in this game.
The second defensive unit for the Red Devils, trying to keep Hector out of the end zone.
Quarterback takes snap, immediately goes end zone, and that's going to be a pass interference call.
Isaac Sims on the coverage, and he
Jumped a little early.
he got his hand over the back of over the shoulder pad of the Hector receiver.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to push him up to...
It'll be half the distance there, so it's going to be about the 8-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Pass was intended for number 7. That's Brewer Story for Hector.
I'm expecting Hector to go end zone here. 24 seconds left here in the game. I got a feeling they're going to want a touchdown. Good practice at a 2-minute drill here.
Yeah, and the Red Devil defense trying to keep them off the board, out of the end zone.
Good pressure. He's going to run it himself. He might. Nope, he's going to get stopped.
Oh,
Ball's
ball
loose.
comes out, but
Ball's
they blew
loose.
it dead. They blew that one dead.
Yeah, that got blown dead before the fumble, but the clock's going to tick out here, and the Red Devils are going to come away with a win in this benefit game. 28-12, Red Devils roll over the Hector Wildcats. Good outing. Pretty good outing. We saw the offense improve as the game went along. It did not start the way they wanted to.
Yeah.
Really an abysmal start for the offense, but turned it on there in the second quarter. Got to see some really good running from from Dakota Ham, Cooper Goodall, Mason Martin, all those guys got good touches at the ball, got to make some things happen. So what sticks out for you, Scott, about the offense, some things that are good, and then also some stuff we need to work on offensively?
Well, I think you mentioned had some long runs and had a couple of drives there where we just had one long run after the other, and it wasn't just one guy. It was Mason Martin, it was Cooper Goodall, then at the end it was Dakota Ham. So the offense did some good things in the run game. Obviously, we had those two drives where we got down in the red zone and then backed up and stalled and turned it over on downs one time and fumbled it away another time. So some things to clean up, some things to work on, which is what you want from a game like this. You want to hit on all cylinders, obviously, but you're not going to be able to do that. But you got some stuff to look at on film, some things to improve, and you come out of here hopefully for the most part healthy. Had some cramping issues there toward the end, but this is exactly what you want from a benefit game. Some stuff to build on, some good success, but also some things to work on.
Yeah, and I think defensively as well, to build off of that, you had really good production from your defensive line with just 3 down linemen. You got to see your linebackers flying all over the field. We had early success in the secondary. Kenny Rivas had a couple of really big interceptions, one taken to the house to get one of the Red Devil scores. So, I mean, Kenny left off right where he picked up where he left off last year. Some really good kicking. I'm impressed. I'm happy to see, especially with a defense that's moving to a brand new scheme this year, to see them come out this early and handle business like they had. And, of course, always encouraging to see both teams coming together to pray together at the end of the game. Some would shun that, or some wouldn't applaud that, but I find it to be something very encouraging.
Yeah, and I would imagine this has something to do with the horrible tragedy that has happened earlier this week to the Danville community, the loss of the young man over there. And Danville and Hector, they see each other in the regular season, and so these teams come together to pray here at the end, and I'm sure they're lifting that family up and the Danville community, as we all are. Thoughts and prayers are with them. Also want to mention one more time, we mentioned it in the junior high game, but I want to say thanks to First Free Will Baptist in Atkins and Casper's for providing the pregame meal for both the junior high team and the senior high team tonight.
Absolutely, and with that, we are going to bring it into this broadcast. I'm Zach Phillips, here with my broadcast partner, Mr. Scott Warren. You've been listening to Atkins Red Devil Media Productions, and we will see you next week as we get ready to kick off the season against the Perryville Mustangs. You guys have a wonderful night, and thanks for watching it.